You wake up, you pick up your phone. Before you've had a single thought of your own, the day has already started without you. I did that every morning for longer than I want to admit. And every night I'd arrive at 11 p.m. with that same feeling. The one thing that mattered, still untouched, still waiting. 3 habits change that. 1 for the mind, 1 for the body, 1 for focus. Every morning, 3 pages, written by hand, before coffee, before your phone. Every day, a walk. Outside, no podcast, no destination. Every day, 1 thing, written down, done first. 3 habits, 30 days. Here's what actually happened. The first habit comes from Julia Cameron's The Artist's Way. She calls them morning pages. 3 pages of stream of consciousness writing. First thing every morning, your mind wakes up carrying noise. Anxiety about yesterday, dread about today. Morning pages drain it. Before the world gets to you, you get to yourself first. I didn't believe it. So I tested it. Day 1, 6:47 in the morning. I wrote 3 pages about how tired I was and how pointless this felt. 3 pages wasn't always what happened. Some mornings, 1 page. Some mornings, barely that. Those days, I wrote what I had and showed up again the next morning. That turned out to be the real lesson. Not 3 pages. Just don't let one bad morning become the reason you stop. By day 5, the pages stopped being complaints. They started becoming questions. What actually matters today? What am I avoiding? By week 2, they were telling me what I actually wanted. Not what was urgent. What I wanted. The second habit doesn't come from one book. It comes from centuries of people who figured out the same thing. Thoreau, Nietzsche, Aristotle. They all walk to think. Stanford researchers confirm why. Walking, even on a treadmill facing a blank wall, produces twice as many creative responses as sitting still. The location doesn't matter. The movement does. Day 1. I stepped outside at 8:15 a.m. with no destination, just the street and whatever was left in my head after the pages. The first 5 minutes felt wasteful. Then somewhere around the end of my street, my shoulders dropped. I hadn't noticed how high they were. I'd been carrying the morning in my neck and jaw and the space between my shoulder blades. The walking didn't fix anything. It just released the grip. And then something I didn't plan for. A question I'd written in my pages, something I put down without an answer, suddenly had one. My brain handed it to me the moment I stopped sitting still. That happened on day 3, day 6, most days after that. The pages told me what I wanted. The walk showed me how to trust it. By the time I sat down to work, there was only one thing left to do. The third habit comes from Gary Keller's The One Thing. At the center of the book is one question. What is the one thing I can do today, such that by doing it, everything else becomes easier or unnecessary? Day 1. I wrote it down at 8 a.m., looked at it for 4 minutes, then opened my email, because the email felt manageable and the one thing felt heavy. And manageable always wins when you haven't built the muscle yet. By 3 p.m., the day had happened to me. The one thing, untouched. Waiting for a version of me that no longer existed by mid-afternoon. I think you know that feeling. Day 4. Before I opened anything, I wrote my one thing down. Closed every tab. Phone face down. Started. 90 minutes. By 10:30, the most important thing in my day was already done. I just sat there for a moment, not celebrating. Just sitting with the feeling of having put down something heavy I hadn't realized I'd been carrying since I woke up. By week 3, I stopped having to decide what my one thing was. The pages had already told me. The walk had already confirmed it. 3 habits. Running in sequence. each one doing something the others couldn't do alone. The mind clears, the body processes, the focus executes. 30 days. Honest count. Morning pages, 27 out of 30. 3 misses, all on days I reached for my phone before the pen. Walking, 29 out of 30. The easiest habit I've ever built. The one thing, 24 out of 30. The hardest. Not because finding it was difficult. The pages solve that. Because protecting it from everything else is a daily fight. Did it work? Yes, but not the way I expected. The goal was productivity. What I got was something quieter. I stopped ending days with that 11 p.m. feeling. The one thing untouched, the day survived, but not chosen. Not every day, but most of them. And most of them, turns out, is enough. These 3 habits aren't making you more productive. They're giving you back the part of the morning your phone quietly took and filling it with something that's actually yours. 3 pages. A walk, one thing. That's all it takes to start. If you want to track your own 30 days, I built a system for it. The Decision Score system. Link in the description. Most people read the book. We test it. Honestly,